She walked into the meeting room and all heads turned. Her impeccable tailored outfit conveyed a clear message before she even said a word: authority. But have you noticed how some women achieve this while others, even wearing similar pieces, seem out of place? The difference lies in the details you're probably ignoring. Know that feeling of discomfort when you're wearing something that should make you feel powerful, but instead you feel like an imposter? That's exactly what happens when tailoring is worn incorrectly. You invested your money, but you're not reaping the benefits. I'm Carol, and I know exactly how tailoring can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy in the pursuit of elegance. After countless mistakes and successes, I can guarantee that the path to sophistication lies in the small details. If you've ever invested in expensive pieces only to feel uncomfortable or insecure wearing them, this video will completely change your perspective. Click the subscribe button and activate the bell. Every like on this video isn't just support for the channel, but a commitment to your own transformation. Women who truly want to elevate their level of elegance and transform it into something profitable, don't miss the chance to absorb every tip. Have you noticed how Miranda in the series Sex and the City used tailoring to build her image as a powerful executive? Her choices weren't accidental. Each blazer, each straight-cut pant, conveyed exactly the message she wanted. The same happens with Claire Underwood in House of Cards. The message you're sending? It might be more confusing than you imagine. Recently, I went to an important corporate event. A woman entered wearing an apparently expensive blazer. But something was wrong. The fabric was too thin, almost transparent at the seams, and the fit revealed it wasn't true tailoring. Her movements seemed constrained, as if she were imprisoned in her own clothes. And worse, her entire body language changed. Her arms moved uncomfortably. What should have conveyed power ended up conveying insecurity. That's when I realized how many women make the same mistakes daily without noticing. The good news? These mistakes are easy to correct when you know how to identify them. And today I'll reveal the 5 most common mistakes that are sabotaging your sophisticated style when it comes to tailoring. Before we continue, if you're planning to travel soon and want to ensure your elegance crosses borders without mishaps, check out my ebook, Be Elegant While Traveling: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is in the first pinned comment. Because honestly, there's nothing more embarrassing than realizing you're completely out of context in an international environment. As I discovered the hard way during my first business trip to Europe. Mistake number 1, extremely tight pants. You're in the store. You see a pair of tailored pants that look perfect. You try them on and they're so tight they mark every curve of your body. The salesperson compliments you, says they enhance your silhouette. You buy them, believing you're investing in elegance. But in your first important meeting, you realize you can't sit comfortably without the pants riding up or squeezing. And that business lunch? You can hardly enjoy the meal because you're worried about the button that seems about to pop at any moment. Let's be honest, I've been there. I bought a very expensive pair of pants that seemed perfect in the fitting room, but after 20 minutes sitting in a meeting, all I could think about was how uncomfortable I was. The worst part? Everyone notices when you're uncomfortable. Your posture changes, you move less, you seem less confident. It's a domino effect that compromises the entire image you worked so hard to build. Traditional tailoring has roots in the male wardrobe, where fit is king. A true tailored pant will never cling to the body like a second skin. Elegance comes from the movement of the fabric, the balance when walking, the way the clothing responds to your body without completely revealing it. Let's be clear, tailoring is not synonymous with skinny pants. Those tailored pants that look like leggings with pockets? Not authentic tailoring, no matter what the label says. The actresses in The Good Wife are perfect examples of this. Observe how their tailored pants have an impeccable fit, neither too loose nor too tight. When Alicia Florrick enters a courtroom, her authority comes precisely from this balance. Another example, Katharine Hepburn's wide leg pants in the 40s. Decades later, they continue to be a reference for timeless elegance precisely because they had the perfect fit. Simple test. When sitting, you should be able to pinch a bit of fabric at the side of your thigh. If you can't, the pants are too tight to be considered an elegant, tailored piece. Another test? You should be able to sit down and cross your legs without the pants riding up excessively or squeezing at the waist. Mistake number 2, restriction of movement. Coco Chanel revolutionized women's fashion in the 20th century with a simple principle: elegance should never compromise comfort. A woman is only elegant when she can move freely, she said. However, I see women wearing blazers so tight they can barely raise their arms to shake a hand or hug someone. That's not elegance, it's a trap. Last week, I participated in a networking event. A friend was wearing a beautiful blazer from a renowned designer, but every time she leaned over to grab something, I could hear the fabric straining at the back. The front button closed, but with so much effort that it formed wrinkles around it like small waves on a lake. She was visibly trapped, limited, and it even affected her posture and confidence. When the opportunity arose to talk to an important contact, she seemed withdrawn. Her movements were constrained. Her clothes were literally preventing her from shining. I've fallen into this trap myself. When I was younger and less experienced with fashion, I bought a blazer a size smaller, believing it would make me look thinner. The result? I looked more like a teenager wearing her younger brother's blazer than an elegant, professional woman. It was an expensive lesson, but necessary. True elegance allows movement. A well-cut blazer should allow you to move naturally, as if it were a second skin, not a straitjacket. It should close effortlessly, even if you prefer to wear it open. And yes, it needs to close, even if you never intend to wear it closed. This is fundamental to ensure the fit is appropriate. The definitive test? Cross your arms in front of your chest. If you feel resistance or pulling at the back, the blazer is too small. Another test. Raise your arms up as if you were reaching for something on a shelf. Can you do this without the blazer riding up excessively or pinching at the armholes? If not, reconsider. Remember, a blazer that doesn't button correctly will never fit well on the body, even when open. The structure and fit depend on this proper proportion. It's like building a house on a crooked foundation. No matter how beautiful the finish is, the structure will be compromised. Many women argue, but I never close my blazer anyway. It doesn't matter. The piece was designed to close and its fit depends on it. A blazer that doesn't close properly will pull at the shoulders, form strange wrinkles, and create an awkward look, even when worn open. Mistake number 3. Pieces that don't enhance your silhouette. A revelation that changed my life at 35. Not every tailoring trend works for every body type. And this has nothing to do with weight or size, but with proportions. Spending small fortunes on pieces that don't enhance your silhouette is like throwing money out the window. You don't get the desired return. I found myself crying in the fitting room after trying on a blazer that looked perfect on the model, but on me seemed completely ill-fitting. The problem wasn't my body. It was my lack of understanding about which models enhanced my specific proportions. This season, short vests are trending. The magazines show them, influencers wear them, and you rush to buy one. But if you have a short torso and long legs, this type of vest can make your torso look even shorter, creating a visual imbalance that makes you appear disproportionate. On the other hand, if you have a long torso, this same vest might be the perfect piece to harmonize your proportions. Closely observe the series Suits. Rachel Zane and Jessica Pearson have completely different physical types, and their tailoring choices reflect this. Jessica, with her imposing height, wears pieces that emphasize her verticality, while Rachel opts for cuts that enhance her more curvaceous silhouette. Both look impeccable, but following different rules. The same applies to different blazer cuts. Oversized models, which end below the hip, work better for women with narrow shoulders or straighter hips, creating the illusion of curves. Hip-length blazers balance women with a more generous bust, as they create a visual line that divides the body proportionally. Cropped models can enhance those with a defined waist and narrower hips, highlighting the narrowest point of the silhouette. Single-button blazers tend to elongate the torso, while two-button ones can create more definition at the waist. And what about pants? Wide-leg pants can work wonders for a short woman if cut at the right height and worn with heels, creating an uninterrupted visual line. Straight-leg pants at ankle height can be perfect for those with shorter legs. True sophistication isn't about blindly following trends, but understanding what works for your specific body. Like Katharine Hepburn, who knew her physical type so well that she created her own tailoring style that perfectly flattered her. A valuable exercise: photograph yourself wearing different tailoring styles. Then, objectively analyze the photos. Not how you feel in the clothes, but how the proportions actually appear. Often, what we feel flatters us isn't what actually enhances us visually. Mistake number 4, inappropriate fabrics. This deeply irritates me, seeing brands selling neoprene blazers or sweatshirt tailoring. This is a contradiction in terms. It's like calling soda mineral water or margarine butter. The fabric isn't just a detail. It's a fundamental part of the definition of tailoring. Recently, I participated in an important conference in the fashion sector. Two women were wearing similarly cut blazers. One had an Italian cool wool blazer, structured and silk-lined. The other opted for a neoprene blazer, a material originally created for diving suits. Guess which one looked more professional? Which one was taken more seriously in discussions? The fabric communicated before they even opened their mouths. The lawyer who arrives at the office with a well-structured crepe blazer conveys a completely different message than the one wearing a similar blazer in neoprene. Even if the cut is identical, the fabric communicates. One says, "competent professional," the other whispers, "I didn't understand the dress code." Let's be honest. There's a reason why certain pieces are considered investments. When you touch a quality blazer, you immediately feel the difference. The fabric has weight, drape, it breathes with you. Different from cheap synthetic materials that may seem similar at first glance, but after a few hours of wear, are wrinkled, deformed, or worse, making you sweat. Traditional tailoring fabrics include cool wool, resistant to wrinkles, breathes well and maintains its shape. Crepe offers structure with a touch of flexibility. Gabardine, durable and with impeccable drape. Tweed, interesting textures that add personality. Structured cotton, lighter option for warm climates. Linen, elegant, although it wrinkles, which is part of its charm. These materials have distinctive texture, weight, and movement that make all the difference. They are designed to mold to the body over time, creating a more personalized silhouette the more you wear them. I've gone through the phase of wanting to economize on fabrics, believing that the cut would compensate. Big mistake. I ended up with a wardrobe full of pieces that seemed almost right, but never completely satisfactory. It was only when I invested in my first quality cool wool blazer that I understood the difference. Years later, it still looks impeccable, while the almost pieces have all been donated. Claire Underwood in House of Cards is the perfect example. Her tailored outfits are impeccable precisely because the fabrics are chosen with purpose. Rigid enough to convey power, but with a fluid drape to maintain femininity. Note how her clothes never look wrinkled or deformed even after long hours. This is no coincidence. It's the power of the right fabric. Valuable advice. Prefer to have fewer pieces of better quality than many of inferior quality. A single well-constructed blazer in appropriate fabric will serve more purposes and last much longer than 3 in inferior materials. Mistake number 5. Combinations that compromise the outfit. You invested in an excellent blazer. Perfect fabric, impeccable fit, a model that enhances your silhouette. And then you decide to wear it with shiny leggings or a faded t-shirt with a childish print. In an instant, all the power of your tailored piece crumbles. It's like serving an expensive wine in a disposable plastic cup. The wine remains quality, but the entire experience is compromised. I remember a corporate event where I saw an executive wearing an Alexander McQueen blazer. Yes, I recognized the label, with pants made of shiny synthetic material that looked like they came from a low-cost department store. The result? The blazer, which probably cost the equivalent of a month's rent, looked cheap and out of place. The whole outfit was unbalanced, like a symphony where only one instrument is in tune. It's a common misconception to think that a high-quality piece will elevate simpler ones. In reality, the exact opposite happens. Inappropriate pieces lower the sophisticated ones. Your blazer won't make the leggings elegant. The leggings will make your blazer seem out of context. It's a physics law of fashion. The element of least sophistication determines the level of the entire outfit. This doesn't mean you can't combine tailoring with more casual items. A structured blazer with well-cut jeans made of good denim? Perfect. A tailored vest over a simple quality cotton dress? Wonderful. The key lies in quality and visual coherence, not necessarily in formality. Some combinations that work: structured blazer plus white Pima cotton t-shirt plus well-cut dark jeans, tailored pants plus silk shirt plus minimalist leather sneakers, tailored vest plus simple shirt dress plus structured flats. Problematic combinations: quality blazer plus sporty or shiny leggings, tailored pants plus t-shirt with large or childish prints, structured vest plus dress made of cheap synthetic material. Olivia Pope in Scandal is a master of these combinations. Notice how her tailored pieces are frequently combined with more casual items, but always maintaining a consistent level of quality and sophistication. Even when she wears a more relaxed look, there's a coherence that maintains her impeccable image. Another inspiration is Diane Lockhart from The Good Fight. When she combines a formal blazer with a more casual piece, both have the same visual quality. There's no dissonance, only intentional harmonization. I learned this after many mistakes. I used to think I could save on the less important pieces of the look, but I discovered that this economy ends up being expensive because it compromises the investment in the main pieces. Today, I prefer to have fewer pieces, all of similar quality, than an unbalanced wardrobe. Just as in life, in fashion, you reap what you sow. If you want elegant results, you need to make elegant choices from the beginning, in the fabric, the cut, the fit, the combinations. And remember, it's preferable to have a small and coherent wardrobe than an extensive and disconnected one. It's not a privilege of few, but a skill that can be learned and perfected by all who desire it. Until the next video, and remember, true elegance begins when you understand that the rules exist not to limit, but to liberate your best version.